My name is Marcia Bjerken. I wrote a book titled Simply a Role Model, and this is the last segment of our 11-part series. The title is Creating Your Own Action Plan. Okay, this is all about you. I want you to go through an exercise. It will only help you become a better role model. So we're going to create an action plan, or rather I'm going to ask you to create your own personal action plan. If you remember our last segment, it was about thinking about an individual who is a role model in your life, and then I asked you to write down 5 descriptors that truly, for you, describe that role model. You are a role model. Okay, now we're going to focus on you. And I'm going to ask you to think about one attribute, one role model attribute that you think you need some work on. You need to really fine-tune that attribute to be the very best role model. I want you to be honest with yourself. Don't sugarcoat it. You know, we're not perfect. I'm continuing day in and day out to better myself as a role model. And that's what this is about. So think about that one attribute that you want to work on. I want you to write down that one attribute. And I want you to give it some serious thought. Because the next part of this action plan of yours is to outline a specific plan in which you're going to improve with this attribute. Now, I'm going to make it very time sensitive. This is going to be a 2-week action plan. And I want you to be specific about how you're going to improve in that attribute. What are you going to do? Let me give you some examples. One example would be to talk to your, let's say you work for a corporation, talk to your employees, your immediate employees, and tell them exactly what your action plan is. What's the attribute that you want to work on? And you're going to ask them to give you feedback over the course of the 2-week period. You know, what's working, what's not working, what could you be doing better in order to improve that attribute? That's just an example. But you need to have a specific action plan so that at the end of that 2-week period, you know whether or not you succeeded with improving in that role model attribute. Be specific, write it down. What I would do is I would engage individuals, help them understand what it is your plan is all about, what it is that you're trying to work on to be better as a role model, and encourage them to give you feedback. Be specific. You want it to be a goal that's measurable and attainable, and in the end that you know you have become a better role model because you've improved in that attribute. This is all about you. It's always been about you. And to create a plan, to become a better role model, that's an everyday thing. No one's perfect. No one's ever going to be perfect because we're always working. We're always on this journey to becoming an even better role model. Now, I hope this series has helped you at least become more aware of the importance of role model behavior and of the impact that you have on your individuals, in the hopes that they'll emulate the behaviors that you live and you demonstrate day in and day out. I hope you've enjoyed this series. I know I have. I believe role model behavior is the most important part of any leadership role. And like I said, I don't care if it's a parent, a coach, professor, a manager at a corporation, it matters not. But what does matter is that you're role modeling that behavior and you're doing it with consistency and with a genuine care. So I thank you very much for listening to me and for better understanding you as a role model.